There's Patrick Welch from the Pembroke Spartans getting ready to lead his team, hopefully to victory as far as he sees it, against the Lebanon Raiders. Big Division II matchup, Pembroke and Lebanon. My name is Pete Terrier, along with our videographer Jen Chick, and this is a game that means a lot in the D2 standings right now. Both teams really gunning for one of those four home court advantages in the first couple of rounds of the playoffs leading to UNH. Pembroke coming up their first loss of the season last Thursday night. They righted the ship against Hanover on Saturday. Lebanon's just riding high. Of course, they lost the first game of the season at home against Pembroke when Dylan Gage hit a three-pointer in the final seconds. Dylan, they don't have to worry about him tonight. He's not going to play. He's been injured the last few games, but they still got Welch. They still got Jordan Williams. What a deep team this Pembroke Spartans team is. And, of course, Lebanon, when you talk about deep, they go about 9 guys deep, and they can all play, and they love to run up and down the court. Going to be a great atmosphere tonight at Pembroke Academy in Pembroke. It is our Bedford Dental Care Game of the Week on NHSportsPage.com. 3 is off the mark, and rebound Timbus. Outlet Welch. Left side Williams in the lane. Spins off the window, and we are on the board here. Pembroke 2-0. Kafani Williams scores it. 15-foot jumper, it's too strong. Morrill rebounds for Lebanon to Maddie. Maddie up the left side, guarded by Taylor. Maddie pulls up and rocks it home. We're tied at 4. KJ Maddie with his first 2 of the game. 3, Williams. Williams, left side Boucher. Left corner, Curran thought about the 3 from the corner. Instead got it back to Boucher. Boucher drives down the lane. Nifty finish by Connor Boucher. 8-6, Lebanon on top. 11-9, Lebanon with the ball and a 2-point lead. Sal, he takes a 3. That one's short and saved in bounds. Lebanon. Safridi tipped it to Pelletier, who dropped it in. It's 13-9. It's off the mark. Nice box out by Boucher. Welch able to come down with it. Welch pulls up, left of the lane. He hits, and Pembroke back on top, 14-13. Inside, nice move by Young. Banks it in, a short one off the window, and puts Lebanon back on top, 15-14. 3 on the way, Welch. They say it was only 2, but Pat Welch, 6 points in the last couple of minutes. 3, back rim, Williams, high for the rebound when he came down with it. Went off the leg of Pelletier, but it rolled to Boucher. Welch got the hot hand, nifty move into the lane, flips it up and in. What a crossover dribble. Pat Welch lighting it up here in the second quarter, 18-15 Pembroke. KJ Maddie with it, under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Young gets it to Morrill. Morrill with Timbus on him. Pulls up over Timbus and knocks down a 3. 21-20. KJ Maddie has 7 points in the game. Here's Boucher. Nice move past Maddie, and he swishes it. Connor Boucher, pretty move. 4 right side, Sal swings it. Young. Young drives, throws a pass across the way. Whaley tries the 3, got his own rebound, puts it up and in. Got a fortuitous bounce. I think it bounced off a Curran. And it's a 2-point game, 25-23 Pembroke. Williams, middle of the floor, left side Timbus. Timbus trying to find a cutter, he gets Welch. Welch left side against Sal. Welch, a couple of ball fakes, gets free and drops it in. 17-footer by Welch. He's got 14, and the lead is 5 for Pembroke, 28-23. Here's Welch, left side Taylor. Taylor, middle of the floor, right side Welch, deep on the right wing. Welch drives, baseline, hangs, and hits! Waiting for the defenders to clear, and he had an easy 2 off the window. Pembroke's on top by 13, 36-23. Welch with 18. Brady. Boucher throws it into Welch, takes the 3, and he finally missed one. But Curran, the offensive rebound, and the putback. The run is 14-0, the lead is 17. Under 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. Inside to Whaley, bounce pass Safridi, sweeping left-handed hook, and it's good for John Safridi, his first 2 of the ball game. And it's 42-27 Pembroke up by 15. Strong drive, missed the shot, rebound Whaley, outlets Gradigan. Gradigan goes around his back, blocked by Curran, his second block of the night, and both of them very emphatic. Middle of the floor, left side, Pelletier, left corner now, Shepard. Shepard cross-court pass, almost hit the rim to Sal. He steps away and nails the three. Stepped out of the corner away from Welch and buried the three. 42-30, Colin Sal has his team back within 12. 10 seconds, Welch down the lane, lost it, and it bounced away. Here comes Lebanon. Shepard on the take, pays it up and in, and that's the end of the quarter. And Lebanon on a 7-0 run of their own to get back in it. Down 17, they run off the final 7 points of the quarter, and they trail at the end of three, 42-32. Misses it up, missed the shot. Timbus tipped the offensive rebound, but it went to Matty. Matty attacking to Young, hangs and hits. Gage Young with a nice finish, and the lead is back down to 9, 46-37 for Young. That's point number 4. Advantage of it. A little bit bigger and probably a little bit faster than Gradigan. Here's Williams, much bigger than KJ Matty, drives to the basket, lefty finish off the glass. Pretty move by Jordan Williams. He's now got 13 points, and the lead is 12 for Pembroke. For Lebanon. Here's Matty for three. The lead is 7, 49-42. KJ Matty leading all Lebanon scores, his third three of the game. Got it to Gage Young. Young swings it, Pelletier. Now to Gradigan, pull-up jumper inside the arc, rolls out. Offensive rebound, Pelletier. He puts it in. Austin Pelletier has his team within 6, 50-44. 3.5 minutes to play. 1 point on a free throw. Curran swings it left side. Williams, he's been carrying the team offensively on a drive. No, got his own rebound, goes up strong, and the putback. Jordan Kafani Williams, he's carrying Pembroke here in the fourth quarter. Williams, now to Timbus, right-hand side. Timbus coming up on a minute and a half to play. Boucher on the drive, pulls up, gets the roll. Connor Boucher, big shot, puts the lead back to 8. Minute 20 left to play. Finally actually getting it across the timeline as Matty spins to the basket, scoops it up, and then KJ Matty putting on a show here tonight, the freshman, and now a foul on Cameron Taylor. So Lebanon's going to get the ball back, down 6 with 47.4 seconds left to go. Ball down 6, 47.4 seconds left to go. Inbounds, easy to Young. Pembroke was sleeping. Gage Young with 6 points in the quarter. It's a 4-point lead. Pretty much ice it. And he missed. Rebound Lebanon, they're still alive. They need a quick three though. Matty got it away to Gradigan, 10 seconds. And it's stolen by Welch. And that's gonna do it. Morrow pushes Welch. And here comes the official. And that should do it, 58-50, 7 seconds left. Sal gets it to Young, back to Sal. Sal gonna take a three at the end, and it hit net, but it didn't go through the hoop. So the final score, 58-50, Pembroke holds on and beats Lebanon. 58-50, Pembroke staves off Lebanon. Opened up a big lead with a 14-0 run to start the third quarter. It was a 17-point game. But Lebanon had it down to 6, even 4 points. We got Pat Welch over here, Connor Boucher, and Kafani Williams. I'll start with you, Jordan. You, I thought, really asserted yourself in that fourth quarter, had 9 of your 16 in the fourth quarter, when Pat was real hot in the middle quarters, scored 20 of his 25. But you really decided to take things, the scoring load off of him a little bit in that fourth quarter, and I thought that really helped stem the tide that they were making a little run at you.
But that's the thing with us, you know, because if they shut down Pat, you're always with me, and then we have these shooters, you know, everything. You know, we always have people who can put the ball in the basket. You know, we got Connor too, and it's like, you know, I see that they were like, you know, opening up, and I just start, you know, I could just take it to the rim and just score every time if they're not going to guard me.
And Pat, it didn't matter if they were guarding you or not in those middle quarters. You were lighting it up from all different angles, and it wasn't threes. I don't think you even hit a three tonight. You didn't, but you still had 20 points, and you had 8 in the third, and you had 10 in the second quarter too. What was it about that little stretch, that hot stretch that you were in? What's kind of going through a shooter's mind in that situation where you know it's pretty much going to fall if you throw it up there?
Yeah, well, like, I wasn't really trying to get outside shots tonight. That's why I didn't have any threes, because against Portsmouth we shot like 25 threes, and that's why we lost. So I was making it more of like a mindset tonight to go to the hoop. And in those like middle quarters, I was just trying to get out in transition, and I got to the hoop a couple times, and then I started feeling it a little bit, so I got mid-range shots, and then it just kept going a little bit, so that's what happened.
When I went into the locker room and I asked Connor Boucher to join us on the post-game interview, he's like, me? And I just think that when he's in the ball game, you guys you've had Rainey Marr as your point guard for 4 years here, and this year it was kind of like, who the heck's going to be our point guard? Is it going to be you? Is it going to be Dylan Gage? He's hurt now. But I really think that Connor Boucher has some size, and he's not one that really is going to demand a lot of his own shots. He likes to facilitate, and he did score 7 points in this game, but I really think that the offense looks best when you're in the game with these other guys and maybe a Max and Dominic Timbus.
Yeah, thanks. I think that I work hard to get the ball to other people. Coach has been working on me with my dribbling because he knows next year we're going to be losing Pat and Jordan, and I'm working hard to get inside. You know, Coach has faith to get me to the hoop, get shots up, but I do my best to distribute and take the best choices for the team.
Pat, I got to ask you about last week, that Portsmouth game. You brought it up. Early in that game, you got whistled for a technical foul, kind of a little frustration. It looked like you kind of took a swipe. I mean, that's unlike you. But a lot of people have been talking about it, like, hey, maybe that's the way to beat Pembroke is, try and throw him off his game and get him, with that extracurricular type of stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what they tried to do tonight, actually, and I just, like, I did get a little frustrated in the Portsmouth game, and I can't do that, so I'd never really do that before, so tonight I tried to make it a mindset to just keep playing the game and not just, like, run the plays and don't get frustrated and just keep going.
One last one for you, Jordan. I mean, coming off of that loss, just talking to some people, I know you guys want to win every single game. You won all your games last year, but maybe taking a little of the pressure off of you guys and maybe help you get refocused with that loss to Portsmouth.
I mean, like, at first we were really disappointed going into that. We lost that game, and we're first frustrated that we should have won it. But, like, when we think about it in the long run, we're still, like, one goal we want to do is, like, win the championship and get another banner. So we're like, this is going to help us in the long run to say, okay, we're not undefeated. We kind of, like, got that little edge off of us now, and now we're just going to focus and, like, get better every day and just try to get ready for the championship. Try to get there.
One thing for sure. Well, with this win tonight, 11-1, you guys, and really putting a team Lebanon a couple of games behind you. I mean, you beat them both times this year, so that's a big win for you guys. I know you got a tough schedule coming up. You got Plymouth coming up as well, and you really did. So that's a little bit disappointing. Well, Coach's got something to talk to you about in practice tomorrow. Pat Welch, we got Connor Boucher, and Kafani Williams over here. Pembroke victorious against Lebanon. Matt Alosa with us after his team ekes out a victory against Lebanon. Like the guy said at the end of the talk that we just had, when you guys opened up that third quarter on that 14-0 run, it looked like you're going to run them out of the building. They responded nicely, and they got it down to 4 points late in that game, and they had a chance. But I'm sure you're happy about the win, but are you disappointed that you allowed them back in?
A little bit. It's a game of runs, and we made a big run at the beginning of the third quarter, middle of the third quarter, and I thought we were up 17. Kind of just take 20 seconds, 30 seconds, but it's a little bit hard sometimes to change gears. I thought Lebanon did a good job getting it, I think, to 10 at the end of the third quarter, which set them up to kind of be around 8-6 the whole fourth quarter. I was happy with the way my guys played. I thought they played really well defensively. KJ and some other guys did a good job in the fourth quarter to kind of keep them in it, but I'm pretty pleased with the way they played.
I thought you guys did a great job keeping Sal under control and Morrill. Those guys can both be explosive, but for a freshman, you've seen a lot of good freshmen around here. You were one yourself, but he's pretty good, KJ Matty.
KJ did a good job tonight, and to be fair to KJ, he made some really nice plays. We make sure we have Sal and Dominic Morrill with our best defenders under control, and KJ kind of draws that third and fourth guy. But he made some nice plays, and for a freshman to do that in that type of game, I got to give him some credit.
We had Connor Boucher in that post-game chat, and he was a little bit surprised that we asked him to join us. But I'll tell you what, as far as I'm concerned, what I see, and I know you see him every day in practice and in games, but I really like that lineup with Boucher and Pat, and then you got Jordan Williams and Timbus and the big guy Max Curran. I think that is a very potent and hard to defend lineup, and I think Boucher does a nice job running the point. Maybe you found yourself a point guard.
Yeah, Connor's a junior. He's definitely going to be the point guard next year. I'm hoping Dominic Timbus also will handle the ball next year out front. But Connor comes right off the bench, sometimes within 1 minute, depending on the matchup situation. And he does a great job allowing Pat to get away from the ball so he can come off some screens. So I like that two-guard tandem of those two.
I was out here on Thursday night and saw Portsmouth get really physical. I remember watching that game and tweeting out at one point. This was on Thursday, so it was ahead of the Super Bowl. And I said, this game tonight is kind of like what we're going to see on Sunday, with a real physical team kind of going against a more of a finesse type of team. Do you think that's how teams got to play you guys? And they're probably going to do it all year long and just get real physical and aggressive and maybe sometimes a little bit over the line with the aggressiveness?
Yeah, I mean, it gets a little bit chippy. I think sometimes it goes over the line. You're running two guys at Pat and sometimes being really, really physical. Depending on how the referees are calling the game, that's kind of dictate the tone. So that game went on the aggressive side, and we didn't do a good enough job passing the ball out of double teams and things like that, and having Max and Dominic and Connor, people like that, make plays, enough plays to get us back in the game. I think in that game we shot 5 for 25 from 3. Shooting 25 threes is not really what we want to do as a team, and hopefully we make some adjustments. Tonight we pounded the ball a little bit more inside when we needed to.
Well, good win by your team tonight, 58-50 against Lebanon. Congrats, you're now 11-1 on the season.